meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Braden? Here. Levin? McCarthy?
Here.
Whitmore? Yes. White? Mayor Bruno?
Here. Please stand for tonight's invocation and pledge of allegiance. Tonight's invocation will be provided by Pastor Mycroft from the Point Church.
Good evening. Let's pray. Father, we come before you right now, and God, as we go into this meeting tonight, I pray that you would direct and guide the thoughts and the decisions that are made. Lord, I thank you for this city council and the people that serve. Lord, I pray that you would continue to give them wisdom and discernment on how to lead and oversee this town. God, I pray that you would continue to bless this town and grant safety, watch over them, keep them mindful of who you are in our lives. We thank you, Lord, for the many blessings that you give us. We pray all this in Jesus' wonderful name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to amend the agenda. Item number 2 under Mayor's Report will be moved to Public Safety. And the other item is the wage policy, amend wage policy, which is number 6 under Administration and Community Development. We will discuss after the closed session. So we move on to the very first item is I need a motion to approve the March 19th, 2024 regular board meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion on the minutes. Roll call, please.
Braden? Aye. McCarthy?
Aye.
Whitmore? Aye. White?
Motion carried. Move on to Mayor's Report. We need a motion to approve the proclamation recognizing May 18th through 24th, 2024 as National Safe Voting Week.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Braden? Aye. McCarthy?
Aye.
Whitmore? Aye. White?
Aye.
Motion carried. I'd also like to thank all the residents who have submitted the lead service line inventory. Talked to Tim today, and we've had quite a few, and I'm sure we'll get a lot more. So, encourage all residents to check out our website and complete or ask for assistance in completing the survey. Community roll call on Friday, April 26th, attended by residents. I'd like to thank the police department for putting this on. It was I didn't make it to the end, but I talked to the people that attended it, that were here, and they thought it was very informative. I'd like to follow up, and I want to encourage everyone to go out and get to know your neighbors, and together help keep Winthrop Harbor safe. Garden Club is going to be doing our flowers around the bed out front and all the planters on the corners on the different intersections. They're going to be doing the planting on May 28th, Tuesday, May 28th. Should only take 3 or 4 hours to do it. And the money for the flowers are being donated. The other item, next item, a Mayor's Luncheon, sponsored by Community 365. It's really great to be back to collaborate with our neighboring communities. It was a very well-attended Mayor's Luncheon, and I really would like to thank Lynette and Community 365 for bringing us back to life. It was killed during COVID, so I'm glad it's back, and it's great to see all the mayors there. So, staff just submitted an appropriation request to Congressman Brad Schneider's office for water infrastructure. The total of the projects is $2.8 million. I was called by Jake Kaplan. He informed me that Congressman Schneider wanted him to reach out to me. Congressman Schneider went back to Washington, and he informed me that there would be money available, and the guidelines had not been set up yet. Once he got the guidelines, he'd send it out to me, and we received that. And Dave worked diligently up to about 1 o'clock in the morning getting this project and this this appropriation together, and it was submitted on time, which, so now we just wait. But Congressman Schneider, I was pretty impressed that he wanted his assistant, Jake Kaplan, to reach out to me and indicate. So I don't know what that means, but I hope it's going to be, we'll get something from this. So I really hope that's the case, but we will see. So that's all I have. I'd like to move on to Village Administrator's report. David?
I have no report tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Clerk's correspondence? Okay. New business, committee reports. Trustee McCarthy.
All right, thank you. Make a motion to approve the accounts payable warrant 2023-13 in the amount of $308,217.54.
Second.
Any discussion on the warrant? Roll call?
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the resolution stating our intent to close Sheridan Road and 9th Street for the Memorial Day Parade on May 27th.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Motion carried.
Make a motion to approve the renewal quotes for our liability insurance policy through Travelers Insurance for 2024-25, cost of $245,273.
Second.
All right, just a discussion. I know that this is going up across the whole nation, insurance in general is going up, so.
When you consider the number of vehicles that were
Yes.
added to our fleet,
Right.
and it really doesn't seem like it's very much. I mean, it seems like a big increase until you look at how many vehicles
Yeah.
we added, it seems like, and then it doesn't seem like much at all. I mean, from my perspective, is that
That's correct. And the other really big important factor is just the small amount of claims that the village has had over the last several years. So that really helps
Keep
our bottom line.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, that's a lot, and then I realized we had 8 vehicles. I'm like, oh, that's not that much considering 8 vehicles.
And also just to add, our insurance broker did go out and solicit other bids from other companies. He had a hard time getting other companies to commit, and the ones that did commit, the pricing was a lot higher.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you. Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Motion carried.
Make a motion that we approve the contract with Computer Help Key for information technology services through April 30th, 2025.
Second.
All right, any discussion on that item?
Anything needs to be added on that?
To
No, it's a similar contract to what we've approved year after year. They've been working for us for a while. There's some additions to the new security protocols that we're going to be putting in place, and that helps keep our insurance costs down also.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Motion carried.
And then, would be making a motion to accept the easement? And make a motion to accept the utility easement on the east side of Whitney Avenue in the 700 block. So, is that correct? That's good. You seemed to think earlier that something was cut off.
No.
No?
I was just reading it very quickly, sir.
Okay.
We got a motion and second. Okay, any questions on that? It's been a long time coming. I'm glad we get this done, and hopefully the tavern can put up their building. Hopefully that'll happen soon. All right.
Chris, I just say appreciate the work that went into getting that done,
Oh,
Mayor, so.
And for it.
Yeah, it took you,
talking to
conversations
yes.
and discussions and.
Yeah. He's a good guy, and he wants nothing but the best for the village, so I'm just glad I was able to kind of sit down with him, so. All right, any other questions or roll call?
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Motion carried. Thank you, Trustee McCarthy. Move on to public Public safety, trustee Weiss.
Thank you. I move that we adopt a resolution appointing Mayor Michael Bruno to the Police Pension Board.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I move, make a motion that we purchase the ammunition for the annual firearms training financial impact of $11,600 from the asset forfeiture account.
Second.
Any question on that? Comments? Roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I make a motion for an intergovernmental agreement with Northeastern Illinois Regional Crime Lab.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Make a motion entering into a memorandum of understanding with the County of Lake for records management system information sharing.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore. Aye. White.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, trustee Weiss. Move on to Public Works and Recreation, trustee Whitmore.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to consider approving the outsourcing street sweeping services by TKG Environmental Services Group, LLC for the 2024-2025 summer season.
Second.
Any discussion on that?
That's, just for the record, that is to approve it as presented. The motion you made was to consider approving it, that's why I'm asking for clarification.
Approve it.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim, would you give us an overview of how we got to this point?
Sure, absolutely. Obviously, historically, we have swept our streets ourselves with our own equipment. About 12 years ago, we got a street sweeper through the DLA program that the police department was working through. We've used that. It's deteriorated quite dramatically over the last 5 years, and this year the motor that runs the vacuum died. And just 4 years ago, we had looked into what it would cost to get it up and running to where it should be, and at that time, that was $12,000. Now, plus the engine going out, it really is on its last leg, and it doesn't work today, so we'd have to put at least $15,000 into it. I think this is a better option. It hasn't vacuumed in the entire time that we really have it the way it should. So we find a lot of asphalt rows in the street that it just sweeps in but doesn't pick it up. So it's just made its useful life, and it's done. This is a fair price, I think more than fair, to have our streets swept, all our curbs done 6 times a year, including before the Memorial Day parade, so it includes Sheridan Road and all our curb roads. So this is, I think, a good option where we can go and we can take that one staff member that is doing that 2 to 3 days a month and put them into something else.
Now, will it ever be coming back to do in-house again, or no?
I don't think it's probably the most efficient thing we can do. Just the cost of equipment nowadays, you're looking for this is over $200,000. So we'll get a lot of street sweeping done, before we hit that.
Right.
So I think this is going to be our best option going forward.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
Do you know approximate yearly cost of it?
This is $12,000 this year, and then it goes up to $12,400 next year. So this is a 2-year contract with this company.
And then 12,400?
If I remember right. So let me look before I quote you that. Yeah, $12,480 for next summer. And then obviously they'll dump at our site, at our yard, and they'll use our water.
Okay, and you said 6 times a year?
6 times a year, yeah.
Is that running through the summer months, spring and summer? or-
Correct.
Okay.
Last time finishing up after leaf pickup.
Nice.
So to go, obviously go out and clean up after leaf pickup.
Okay.
Thank you, Tim.
Sure, thank you.
All right. Roll call?
Braden.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion approving payment to BA Solutions for the lighting upgrade at the Schlater Recreation Center in the amount of $21,901.16.
Second.
All right, discussion on that. I know we got a grant, or we got some help with the ComEd, I believe, correct? Do we know what a dollar amount we got, or?
Yeah, it was in the original packet,
Okay.
that when we approved the project,
Okay.
it showed what ComEd was putting into this program. And it saved us, I want to say roughly, for this one, $10,000. I forget exactly what the numbers are.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge upgrade,
Yeah, no,
especially to the exterior lights, that's gonna be huge for us.
it's brighter than ever.
Yeah.
But no, I just put for transparency this morning.
Yeah, and
People
next-
might be watching.
Right, next month we'll have
Yeah.
the bill for Village Hall. Everything is complete now, we're done,
That's nice.
even Tony's closet, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
But you can see, even in here, it's a lot brighter.
yeah,
Something huge.
thank you, Tim. Roll call?
Braden.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion approving payment number 1 for Village Hall roof project in the amount of $129,290.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Okay. We got a DECO grant for $250,000 to do our roof here. The roof cost is $258,800. So when it all said and done, this roof that is above this building here costs us $8,800. So just, we're doing our best to save taxpayer money by going out and getting grants. And then this is just the first payment, the balance will be paid probably in the next one.
Correct, and they should be starting, equipment was dropped off today.
Was it, okay?
They should be here tomorrow morning to start the flat roof portion.
Okay.
It's been a big issue with getting the vacuum trucks up here, because there's not a lot of them,
Yeah.
and it's a small job. But he said, one way or the other, they gotta shovel it off the road, they're gonna get it started.
You don't believe how many people have called me and said, do you know you still got shingles up on your roof?
Me too.
And I said, no, we're not done yet.
Right.
Well, they look done.
Right, the asphalt portion is done, the slope
Yeah.
roof is done.
I said, no, it's not done yet.
Now we're gonna complete the, flat roof, which, and some could consider, I think, Detective Cologne would probably be the first one to say, the rainforest in his office, he would have preferred that the flat roof was done first. So,
Well, yeah, I've been in his office and the shingle, the
Yeah.
cement tile, oh my
It's,
God, what a mess.
it's bad over there.
Yeah.
So, as soon as they're done, we're ready, we got ceiling tiles, we're ready to start replacing.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tim. Roll call?
Braden.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Yes, I'd like to turn this over to Tim to discuss a 3-year strategic street rehabilitation plan options.
Would you prefer to approve your last 3 items and then we can get into this?
Definitely.
Would
That's
that-
probably a
would
good
that help?
idea, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'd like to make a motion for the adoption of the Youth Sports Player Parent Code of Conduct.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
I just want to say that it's very sad we have to put this in place, but.
No, but.
It's pretty universal
Yeah,
now. It's
it's
any.
really is.
But it's just really sad.
Yeah, definitely.
I have a friend that, whose son pitches for the Cardinals.
Uh-huh.
And before the game even starts, he goes around and says, anybody complain about my strikes and balls, you will be out of here, you get in your car, and you will drive away before we start the game. If you don't, we forfeit the game.
Well,
And there the team wins.
Sportsmanship.
Well, the key
I
is
know.
to enforce it, so
Yes.
then you don't
Yes.
have other bad apples seeing what's happening and then them
Right.
continuing it other.
Exactly.
Correct. Also falls back on our officials and umpires too. There's, you know, a greatest shortage nowadays
Right.
than years prior, and, you know, this also helps, you know, policing the the actions of players, parents, everyone involved will, allow our officials to want to return and umpire games so that we don't have a shortage of that as well.
Yeah.
And how are you distributing this?
This is going to be handed out and everyone signed for this season. Moving forward, it's going to be included in any registration. So as they register their child, enter their information, they'll have to sign off that they have read and they agree with.
So there will be some kind of a place where you could say, you signed there.
Yeah,
Yep, there will be, yes.
Maybe you didn't, maybe you just signed it.
And then we'll have it visible on our website moving forward. Like I said, when people register online with our software, we can add it in with the liability waiver, that this will just be a regular registration process that's included.
Thank you, Scott. All right, roll call.
Braden.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Motion carries.
I'd like to make a motion for the approval for a request from Community 365 to partner with the Worcester Harbor Recreation Department to host a back-to-school bash on August 17th, 2024.
Second.
All right, discussion on that.
What is that? Just curious, I don't get it.
So we no longer have a PTO in Worcester Harbor, or PTA. And so Community 365 has a new department within the organization that works directly with the schools to host all of their parties, anything for teacher appreciation. So this is going to fall under that portion of Community 365.
Yeah, the Cyclones 365, I believe is that subcommittee.
Great. Thank you.
All right, roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Pat?
White.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion purchasing a commercial refrigerator for the Schlater Recreation Center kitchen, amount not to exceed $3,200.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, so this is going to be from the $1,000 donation, and then also the proceeds from Rumble in the Harbor.
Thank you, trustee. I was going to say, I guess I like for transparency. Yeah. So we paid nothing on this. This has all been paid for.
And we need it. We
Oh,
so
no.
badly need it.
This deserves a standing ovation.
Absolutely.
We absolutely do need this.
It's pretty bad. When we
great
go to
time.
have, especially let's just use Rumble in the Harbor, since those have been more of our bigger food events.
Right.
I mean, it's hard enough for us to just keep the few ingredients that we absolutely have to have. I mean, we're having warm soda, warm water, unless we have, I think the first year, or the first time we did Rumble in the Harbor, we tried to have coolers everywhere. I mean, it was making a water mess everywhere. It was taking up too much room since we don't have a lot of room back there. So this will be nice to at least try and keep some other things cold that should be cold.
Sure will. The local business that donated $1,000, it was in my mailbox. I thought maybe it was for me, but it wasn't. But I called the local business to ask him if he had any idea where he'd like us to put this. And he had no. He said, where is the biggest need? So I told him what we were going to do, and he said, great.
And a huge thank you to them.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
that helps tremendously.
I don't know if we've ever gotten $1,000 donation. We probably have, but I've not since I've been mayor, so it's kind of
They're
nice.
few and far
to see.
between, yes.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, trustee Whitmore. All right,
Is that good?
you're up.
Awesome. So obviously, this is one of the best topics to talk about, our roads in the town.
I want option A. Just kidding.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, I gave everybody the completed pavement management study that was done with Baxter and Woodman. A lot of time and effort and legwork went into that, and we appreciate it. I appreciate you approving it so we can make these educated decisions. We're just coming off of the last 3-year plan that we did that included Rebuild Illinois funds, $444,000 that Governor Pritzker handed out. That was our portion. It's my opinion that we didn't get our fair share. I think we should have gotten more compared to other communities of what they got, but we made good use of that
Could have
money.
got zero.
We could have got zero, that's why you're happy. We made good use of it. Our strategy at that point and at that time was to service the most amount of people and the highest traffic road count. So that was our goal. So that's what we did. We completed Thompson Avenue from J-Lore Court, we even did J-Lore, all the way to State Line Road, and we did Roberts Road from 9th Street to 5th Street, and then we also finished up Landon Avenue. So we did a few blocks on Landon Avenue that included curb and catch basins and some storm work. So that was our 3-year plan that we did now. Now we're ready to start a new one. We're a little bit behind schedule. We need to get going. We need to make a decision, and we need to get the design engineering going for year 1. So year 1 would be 2024, this summer. At this stage, we're probably going to talk about not summer, we're going to talk about fall of 2024. But with the 3-year plan in place, we can immediately, right behind that, going into the winter, start on 2025, go out to bid early, probably start paving once the plant's open in May. So that's our goal tonight, is to look at the different options that I've put together, different strategies of how we want to approach this 3-year plan. But just looking back at our pavement study, if we look here, in 2019, 14% of our roads were graded good to excellent. We've done a good job, and we've increased that to 21.9. That was a number I really wanted to focus on tonight, because what we're doing and what we've put in $3.4 million since 2006, we're doing the best we can. We're getting the biggest bang for our buck, and I think we've really done a good job at this. We have to keep going forward. This picture here, this is North Avenue off of Russell Road, all the way to the dead end. It graded very poor and failed. It's a Pacer rating 1, and Baxter Women, they use the Pacer rating again. Those are the different things. This is also in your packet, so if you want to go back, because I am going to ask that you do just a tad bit of homework and think about what we want to do for this next year plan. So our history in the pavement, we've done as best as we possibly can. We've done a good job of stretching our dollar. We got 37 centerline miles of paved roads. 69.6% have graded fair to poor, and it's actually fair to fail. This year, I think Baxter Woodland was a little kinder in their grading, but an overall look at what we do. The cost to fix everything is in this box, $15.8 million. That's what it's going to cost if we were able to do everything. Their goal is $2.5 to $3 million every single year to get us back on track of where we should be. This is not uncommon across the nation. This isn't just Winthrop Harbor. This is a lot of communities. The cost of construction is increased. There's not many communities that really stay on top of everything. There's some graphs here, and you can read through those, but it has good information and highlights what the pavement management study provided us. Funding, this is always our key, right? Mm-hmm. Our funding, right now we have a $573,000 balance in our MFT account. Over the next 3 years, we're going to obtain, or we're going to collect $660,000. Obviously, these are rough numbers. Easy math for a guy like me, that's what I'm always looking for. So available balance is going to be $1.2 million over the next 3 years. We're going to spend $100,000 on salt. This year actually worked in our favor. We paid it, but going into next year, we only committed ourselves to 300 tons of road salt. So that dropped that by about $25,000 of what we're going to do. Street signs over the next 3 years, we'll spend $20,000, still trying to reach that goal of the reflectivity requirement that's put out there by the government. So a 3-year paving plan is $1.1 million is what our goal is. We want to ramp up the village efforts. This is really going to pay dividends. This is going to help us. What we bought with that hot box, the $40,000 we spent, I just talked to somebody, and I know we're being recorded, but Trustee McCarthy, yes, it is gonna be by your house again. We are gonna repay.
Which house? Which house?
Your new house
Oh.
on Monroe. If that's what you want, right? You want us by your house.
Don't say that.
No, absolutely not. We had that joke when we did Whitney Avenue, but it was absolutely great, and one of the worst streets in the city, so it was absolutely worth it. But honest to God, the hot box, this is where it's gonna help us and do in-house projects. At the corner of 12th and Monroe, if you ever drive by there, you're gonna see that both corners on either side of that T have really dipped down, they're holding water, they're failing. That's something that we're gonna do in-house by ourselves. We can rebuild those corners and that intersection by ourselves. With the hot box, it's gonna take about 4 tons, which is what our box is, and we're gonna be able to go out and do that ourselves. It's gonna save us once we get to how much cost of construction is. We're gonna do this for about $3 a square foot compared to what we're gonna see here in a little bit. So our goal is to create plan options, come up with it, approve it, generate our budget, and we're gonna get your approval, hopefully at the May meeting of where we wanna go, because I gotta get these engineers moving. What approach do we wanna do? This is the best industry standard on how to do it. The best value is you're gonna hit roads, and I know it's hard to read up there, so I hope you can see it in there. Prioritize the roads before they become bad. It's the lowest investment with the highest PCI. The con to that is you're gonna get a lot of feedback and a lot of kickback. Why are we doing this road? And I'll give you an example, something like Holdridge or something that has just a few cracks in it. We're gonna mill off the top 2 inches and we're gonna follow it with another 2 inches of clean asphalt, and they're gonna be like, are you kidding me? That's the road you picked? The cost of construction and the value you're gonna get, because as you keep that first 10 years in the scale, as you keep it the high as you can, that continues that down. So the cost of construction is gonna be cheaper, you'll be able to do a lot more miles than you would, but the kickback, especially in the winter department, you're gonna get is, seriously, that's the road you picked? The other option is you can go worst street first. You can just take the pavement management report, go to the bottom, find the roads that failed, and start repaving those. Obviously, that's what we want to prioritize when you're looking to do that and reconstruct your roads, because they're literally falling apart. The downside is the cost of construction for that is not just milling off the top, it's literally taking everything off, taking off a lot of the sub-base, bringing in new gravel, compacting it, and actually rebuilding the road. The cost of construction is hard. We can go back to the last option, is the most people it impacts. We can do that. We can look at primary roads, what we designate as primary roads, which in one of these options, we can talk about 11th Street from East Broadway to Sharon Road. It's designated as one of our primary roads. That's needed. Is that an option we want to do? So those are the strategies that we want to do, and we want to think about how we want to approach it. Do we want to do a mixture of each one of these? So this first plan, or this first option, is essentially worst to first. This is not all of our roads that graded 1 or 2s. This was just ones that I picked, incorporating all of it. Park Avenue, it's a small dead end off of 8th Street. Actually, we just got one of the residents that came in today asking about this road. But that small little block is almost $30,000. That's what it's costing. This list here, just over $1 million. We're going to go worst to first. This is going to take care of a lot of things that we've run into, a lot of areas that are bad. It'll also help finish. If you look at Whitney Avenue from 7th to 6th, we've gotten the 500 block. We skipped the 600 block. We did the 700 block. The 600 block is one that is graded poor, and it is. It's completely alligator. West Drive, it's another little dead end. Aiken Court, 12th to 13th Street, it's in terrible condition. That's the one behind the post office. Ben Court, that is a cul-de-sac that has just literally fallen apart. And then Oak Lane out by Prairie Ridge Estates, that is one that is graded poor the last 2 times we've done a pavement management report. And then obviously, we've all talked in length about 11th Street from West Broadway to Lewis as well as 13th Street. So there we're talking strictly roads that are failing. Obviously, you can see the numbers. 13th Street's $309,000 alone. It's a lot of money for one road. This just gives you a little map overlay where we're going and where we want to focus on. Sometimes when you bid these out, mobilization fees come into play. The closer we keep things together, the cheaper it becomes. Projects like this, the money we're spending, it's really not going to become that big of a deal. Option B, this talks about roads before they get too bad. And this one I kind of kept talking about mobilization fees. I kept it all in one little area. Essentially East Broadway, or all of East Broadway from 9th Street to 13th Street, 13th Street from East Broadway to the dead end, and then 11th Street from East Broadway all the way to Sheridan. That's a designated road or designated primary. Obviously, we're keeping everything in one little area. What you'll also notice with most of these options, all but one, skipping curved roads. My thought was avoid curved roads only because it costs more money. You know, and we have plenty of non-curved roads that need it. Option C, this is the one that we're going to talk about focusing on completing what we've started. So over the years, dating back to 2010, there's just areas that we paved some, skipped a block, paved another one. English Lane was one we did back in 2012, 2011, that we just never finished the dead end. Whitney Avenue from 6th to 7th, 8th to 9th. All the cul-de-sacs that we just finished on Roberts Road from 9th Street to 5th Street, completing all the cul-de-sacs that we did not go into, and then go out by Oak Lane, Getty's Court. That cul-de-sac is dying. And then everything out by Oak Lane, 3rd Street, Prairie Avenue, that whole little loop out there off of Block Lane, we started on Block Lane years ago, we just never continued into the subdivision. So there's another option, and this is a $963,000 option. And that one, like you can see, it just incorporates everything. This last one, this is just something I don't really even believe I can put my heart into this one, but this is 9th Street from Sheridan Road to Park Avenue, and Park Avenue from 9th Street all the way to 13th Street. This is absolutely one of the worst roads in town. It is absolutely also designated as a primary road. Kicker to it all is all the infrastructure underneath it.
Right, I was just gonna say.
Is what...
Why would you do the pavement when you still have?
Correct.
Dig through the pavement to fix it?
The infrastructure in itself is $1.8 million. By the time we do it in 2 or 3 years, if we really set a plan to do it, it'll be up to $2 million, because those are numbers from 2021. Those are actual bid out numbers of what it costs for water, sanitary, and storm. So to do that, it's hard to skip it because it is absolutely one of the worst in the town. But we have to really commit to doing infrastructure with it, which could be a little further. Dave and I have had this conversation. We believe that there is opportunities coming here in the near future to get grant funding that would pay that $1.8 million instead of coming out of our pocket. And then at that time, that money and that grant money would also pay the $888,000 to do the road. So that's why I'm saying that, my heart's not in this one, but it is absolutely something we can't ignore, but we want to bring to your attention. So that's just the east side. So we got big plans over there as well. Looking at the 4 different options, how everything graded out, total square footage. This is one that I think we want everybody's input in, which is why we're making the presentation tonight, which is why we want to talk about how much and what strategy we want to go to, because no matter which strategy we go with, it's going to make some people happy and it's going to make some people sad. So we all want to be able to answer the questions and say we've thought about it, we did bring the professionals in, grade the roads the way they're designed to be graded, and then we gave an educated decision-making process into what we're going to spend over the next 3 years. Any questions?
What are you, what's the next steps? What are you
I was
proposing?
just going to bring it up. So, May 9th, we're going to ask to have Baxter Woodman come up and do our water presentations. We're going to talk about the lead service line inventory, what's next with that program. They got some presentations, meter replacement. We got some good water stuff to talk about. That would be a good time for us to be able to make a decision and get feedback from the board on which option we want to go to. And then at the board meeting in May, be able to approve it so we can get the engineers moving along. Just keep in mind, even if we went with worst to first, like I said, that's not all the ones and twos. If there's other roads that you feel that you've driven by or you've heard from your constituents that need to be addressed more than the ones and twos that are on there, to me, that's still part of the worst to first. So, I'm absolutely all ears. I'll happily crunch the numbers and put together the square footage for anything that you bring to me. So anytime in between now and May 9th, right? May 9th? Anytime between then, you got questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'll crunch the numbers and we'll make it work. I'll redo this and put together some different options if this isn't what you feel comfortable with. We can keep throwing. There's a lot of roads, there's a lot of options, and we can make whatever work. All right?
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Can I take my question? Or you want it?
So I didn't quite understand, when do you want, like, a decision like that?
I'd like to have opinions by May 9th.
Okay.
And then, so when I come to the board, when the May meeting, the regular board meeting, we can get that on the agenda for approval. So I'll need, everybody's opinion or a consensus on May 9th to be able to put it on the agenda for approval in May. Right? Sounds about fair, right? Okay. That's what our goal is. If we can't come to that, we can keep working.
Okay.
We can keep working. We can bank this year's money and keep working and decide.
No, I just wanted to,
For sure.
understand why you were saying that.
Yep.
All right. We move on to public comments. Anyone here that'd like to address the board? Pastor?
Well, sure. I do know that we have a new community garden that is coming to our facility, so applications will be coming out soon from the garden club. So if anybody's interested in having a garden spot out, and it'll be at the church property.
I know we talked about this before COVID.
Yeah.
And-
So the garden club just kind of took it, rolled with it, got some donations from local businesses, and so it started. So applications are out, so if people want to talk about getting a garden or have a garden, they can talk to the garden club and us.
Pastor Tim, we would like to come out again to do a team building exercise and helping you out with your food.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
So we're going to be coordinating with you, but there's potentially more volunteers that could assist. This might be a good venue to try to recruit.
Yeah, the interesting thing, and he's talking about the Giving Point pantry, food pantry that we have. Just something to keep in mind, we're getting more and more people, and it's getting harder and harder to get food. It's not even necessarily purchasing the food, it's actually finding the food to purchase. Just yesterday, we had over 600 cars come through. So, if you can imagine, we used to give out a full cart, and now we're just a box, basically. It's a big box, but I mean, it's still not enough. So, we're always looking for ways in which we can get more food, but we would love to come. We need people to come out and load boxes, load cars, and 600 cars in one afternoon. That's a lot of cars to fill.
What are the hours?
Starts at they're there all day, but there's people there at 8 o'clock. But the cars start rolling in about noon. We start loading them at 1:30, so people are lining up a good hour and a half in advance. We start loading cars at 1:30, runs till 6. Yeah. So anybody who wants to come out and help, that would be.
I drive by about between 5 and 6, and the stock cars are lined up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. You're the one in the audience, so had to put you on the spot. All right, thank you, Pastor. We move on to unfinished business. Since there's not too many down here, I'll start down here.
Sounds good. Just to piggyback off of what Tim said, we have several public projects to discuss. Trustee Mirabella and myself would like to call for the special meeting on May 9th at 6 p.m. Just discussing that lead service line inventory, water loss study, and roadway survey. And then as far as Parks and Recreation, we're excited to announce a collaboration between the Zion Park District and Winthrop Harbor Parks and Recreation to enhance activities over all recreation experience in both communities. We're working on joint advertising, marketing, so I think that's going to be extremely helpful for everyone. And then also just watch for our calendar. We have a ton of events coming up, obviously, it's the summer, so we've got plenty of events, every couple of weeks. So, and since Mirabella's not here, I'll say it. Just watch for kids on 9th Street. As I was driving in, a couple kids were running across the street, and so you always see cars flying up and down 9th Street. Just be careful of the kids that are walking to and from baseball in the park.
Thank you. Trustee Whitmore. Trustee Ray?
Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't have much. I just want to thank everybody who helps so much in this village and keeps it going. And it's a great place to be and a great place to live, and it's because of everybody's efforts together. So I just want to thank everybody for that.
Thank you, Trustee Ray. Trustee Dana McCarthy. There we go. Let's look that now.
So speaking of the mayor's luncheon, which I just want to add a little bit on that, what you mentioned. You mentioned Community 365, but I do want to elaborate. Really, was the chamber, the new Chamber of Commerce, which was organized by Community 365. So they were behind kind of the push to get the chamber going. But it's the new chamber that was really behind that, or at least is going to be behind that push to continue doing the mayor's luncheon. They were the ones that did it before. So hopefully, and I can't remember what the name of the new chamber is going to be. Do you remember? Cornerstone, yes, that's the Cornerstone Chamber of Commerce. So that's exciting. It was great to see, as you said, the mayor's luncheon. They said it was bigger than the ones, that we had before. It was cool to see the county presidents that was there. We had county board chair. We had our county board representative. I think Anthony Vega was there, Holly Kim was there, the new county administrator was there, a few other people. So it was good to have that presence there and to know that they're, that they're paying attention to our region, was good. So just, excited that we're doing that. Mayor Bruno and, village administrator, Alarcon and I were down in Springfield for Illinois, Municipal League Lobby Day, short trip, good experience, to build a relationship with Representative Mason, solidifying that, really seeing how she's, ready to help with anything we need. Talked about, any projects that we have that might come up, she's ready to help with, and, make sure we're ready with any type of, to have any shovel-ready projects in case something comes up that they have, when they have a funding for that we can put in for. Other thing I wanted to mention is that the grocery tax elimination, which I mentioned a couple meetings ago, is basically going to happen. I know it doesn't have a big effect on Wentz Parver. Did you ever get the numbers on what it affects us?
I'm still trying to determine.
Yeah, I know it's a small impact here, but it's really a huge impact on towns around Illinois. It's not a huge one on here, but I mean, it's just huge. And it's something where the governor can basically eliminate it and look really great, basically say he's eliminating taxes and it hurts his budget, hurts him nothing at all to eliminate it. Basically he gets rid of taxes, looks really great, and, it doesn't hurt his budget at all, and it hurts all the towns and basically makes it difficult for them because they've got to make up that money somehow. So it's just really tough on those towns on that, because if they want to make it up, they've got to raise the funds in a different way. And some of them don't even have a way to do that. If you're not home rule, you can't just go out and raise that tax on your own. So just something to know about how it's affecting those other communities.
The grocery tax elimination is like a backdoor unfunded mandate.
Yeah, basically, it's a huge percentage of budgets. I mean, it's in Long Grove, $140,000, a year at least.
That you won't have.
Yeah, that it's affecting, and for some cities, it's a couple million a year, so it's, and basically they've got to go, and some of the towns will be able to do it. They'll be able to raise they'll be able to put it in the tax themselves, but others, they'll have to go to a referendum to do it if they want to raise it. I mean, politically it'll be tough for them. So they're the ones that'll look bad, doing it or finding a way to replace that. So basically, it's reducing the local, the local government distributed funds another percentage point, basically, down from the 6.12 or whatever it was before, another percentage point, basically. And just, I think, was Virginia still looking to find out if any other trustees were going to be in the parade? Is she still waiting to hear?
We've had quite a few register already.
Okay. So what you're waiting to hear if any trustees?
I think everybody
clear on that.
The holdouts already submitted their request.
Okay.
Very targeted right now.
All right, that's.
I just want to thank you for clarifying about the chamber. And then also, we sent appropriation to Brad Schneider, but you sent something to Joyce Mason, some shovel-ready projects that she talked to you about?
Yes, we're in the process of finalizing.
Right.
We collaborated with with departments, and we're getting the needs, list together, so
Yeah.
that should be going down there by tomorrow.
So hopefully, Joyce has always helped us. Hopefully, Joyce and Brad Schneider will both help us, so. But thank you, Trustee Weiss.
Lone stranger. I just want to thank the chief for the electrical policies that he's putting forward all the time. That's really a great job. And Tim, great job on that, and you're absolutely right. No matter what decisions we're going to make, some people are going to be happy and some people are going to be unhappy, and I think we need to be prepared to understand and to explain to the people, the unhappy ones, why.
I think we can absolutely hold our head high and
Oh, yeah.
know that we're gonna make the best decision for the best with what we have.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Weiss. All right, we need to go into closed session for amending wage policy. Need to open all closed session.
Need a motion.
Motion.
So moved.
Motion, second?
Second.
Now,
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
we'll be back. I need a motion to come back to open session with no action taken.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Braden.
Aye.
McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
So do you want me to make the motion?
Oh, yeah, he's over. Okay, administration.
It's, okay.
Wait, Sam, amended to.
Okay.
Public Works director to have this,
The 95.
All right, so you want me to say it specifically?
Yes.
Okay, because that's the only amended thing, the wage policy. So I make a motion to approve the amended wage policy with the change to the amount for the superintendent of public works, to be changed to $95,804.96.
Second.
Second. Okay, roll call.
Braden.
Waiving the second reading too.
Oh, I'm sorry, waiving the first and second reading.
See, we don't do this.
Well, it's okay.
All right, roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Couldn't say that was an ordinance.
Okay. All right, you need a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
All right, roll call.
Braden. Aye. McCarthy.
Aye.
Whitmore.
Aye.
White.
Aye.
It keeps throwing me off that